Good evening and welcome to Performing Arts. We're just going to wait a little while as participants join us tonight. So we're expecting quite a lot of participants. So as they start to join, I've got a little clicker here so I can see who's joining, and then we will get going once we've got a critical mass. So numbers are going up, which is lovely. We're getting closer and closer. Okay, so I think we're about there. So welcome to the open event for Performing Arts for Haywards Heath and Worthing College. As we go through the presentation this evening, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. So if you can put your questions in the Q&A section of your screen, that would be very much appreciated. As you do that, if the questions are general, great. But if they are specific to Haywards Heath or Worthing, if you're able to actually put Haywards Heath and Worthing in there, that'll give us an opportunity to direct them accordingly. And just to let you know, this is being recorded so that we've got access to it, and prospective students and parents will have access to it as well. So my name's Colin Ilsley and I'm Head of Learning, and one of my responsibilities is for Performing Arts, and today we're joined by Yvonne, Kim, Kat and Ash and Dom, who are going to go through the presentations with you. Okay, so next slide, please. So these are the qualifications that are on offer at Haywards Heath and Worthing College, and you'll see there's a mixture of A-level and applied generals, and you might be looking. A-levels may be familiar to you, but you might be looking at that the bottom two and wondering what RSL means. So this is Rock School London. This is an exam board that is specifically for performing arts, and those are the level 3 qualifications that we offer here alongside A-levels. Next slide, please. So as the team go through the various slides, one of the things you need to bear in mind is that there are a range of different courses. You've got, as I said, A-levels or applied generals. They're assessed differently, as you can read on the screen. And this is part of the decision-making process. How do I want to be assessed? Obviously, A-levels revolve around exams at the end of two years. And the RSLs are more to do with coursework and continual assessments that build on those practical skills. So you do need to consider how best you want to learn and how best you want to be assessed. So that's a little introduction from me, and I'm going to pass you straight over to Yvonne, who's going to talk about the CAPA course. Next slide. Thank you.
I'm Yvonne, and I teach at Haywards Heath College. I teach the Creative and Performing Arts course and the dance and drama here as well. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we describe as the CAPA course, the Creative and Performing Arts course. Now, the focus of this course is vocational, as Colin's just described to you. So you are continually assessed over the 2 years that you're with us. During this course, there are 7 units in the first year and 6 units in the second year, so 13 in total. And in your first year, you take part in 2 compulsory units, which are listed here for you. So performance preparation and planning for a career in the performing arts. Now, performance preparation unit is an external unit that's examined by RSL, Rock School London, as Colin described. So with that unit, it is controlled assessment. So during that time, it will be controlled within the college and it will be done within a set period of time. And that's the only controlled assessment that you have in your first year. All the other assessments you do are internally assessed. So that means that we will be assessing you within workshops, within performances, within your coursework that we'll be setting you throughout the 2 years. So there'll be lots of opportunities for you to be assessed in lots of different ways, which is great for people that don't necessarily want to sit exams. Okay, slide 2, please. On a course of this kind, there'll be lots and lots and lots of performance opportunities. So we're incredibly fortunate that both at Worthing and at Haywards Heath, We have a theatre, so it gives you the opportunity to perform in a theatre space from word go. So from the moment you get to us, you'll be able to perform in a professional environment. So within the theatre, you'll take part in things such as music gigs. There'll be dance showcases, musical theatre performances, as well as we do radio plays in your first year and contemporary plays. So lots and lots of opportunities to perform. As well as performing within your course, there's also enrichment performance opportunities as well, which I know Kat will talk to you a bit more about later. Next slide, please. Following the completion of this course, there are lots and lots of opportunities for you to further your education. And that could be at university or at drama school or dance school. And we've had many students go on in that direction, but also there's an opportunity for you to go into employment. So it may be that you go into arts administration or marketing or hospitality. And there are also some amazing production apprenticeships out there at the moment. So that's another option for you if you didn't want to further your education. So some of the alumni at Worthing have gone on to train at schools such as Trinity Laban and Rose Bruford, as well as Central. As well as that, we have students that go on and study other subjects. So because we are a sixth form college and lots of you will choose to combine our performing arts courses with other courses across the college, it may be that you go on to study politics or law or history. Equally, the skills that you learn in performing arts will feed into those subjects as well as any other. Okay, so I hope that that is a good overview of the course for you all. And what's important to remember is that you don't have to be an expert. So if you are applying to us, please consider subjects that you love and that you have a passion for, because that's the most important thing, and we can go on and teach you the rest. Thanks very much. I'm going to pass you now over to Kim, and she's going to talk to you about RSL, the Music Practitioner course.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I deliver the Level 3 Music Practitioner course at Worthing and Haywards Heath campus. It's largely a practical course for instrumentalists and vocalists. You will study 6 units over 2 years, and by the end of year 2, you will have achieved the equivalent of 1.5 A-levels. Year 1 focuses on music analysis and instrumental skills development through a range of projects and performances, kicking off with solo performances and a music concert in the first term. Year 2 is the chance for you to develop your solo performance skills through the lead performer unit and the external performance unit in the spring term. You will also devote a chunk of time to careers in the music industry and applying your performance skills, your performance skills at higher education. Next slide, please. Throughout your 2 years on the Music Practitioner course, you will get the opportunity to watch theatre performances that have a strong focus on live music, and there will be many opportunities to perform in live environments such as our cafe gigs and theatre concerts. Next slide, please. So what will this course lead you to? There are a whole range of career opportunities that would value this qualification, such as music teaching, music therapy, becoming a session musician for music artists, or a musician for live theatre. Some of our alumni have gone on to study music performance, songwriting, or other theatre courses at BIM, Brighton Met, and Southampton Solent. On the next slide, the first 2 of our films will give you a little insight into the day-to-day life of our performing arts students. Next slide, please.
Okay, hi. So I'm Ashley. I teach A-level drama at Worthing College. And I'm just going to talk you through the A-level drama and theatre A-level course offered both at Worthing and Haywards Heath. So the A-level drama course requires learners to take a practical and academic exploration of theatre. Learners are expected to take part in practical projects and apply practitioner ideas, as well as create creative blogs and write academically reasoned essays on current theatre practice. The course is split into 3 key components. Component 1 is our devising component, where you will be asked to look at a practitioner and a playwright and use their ideas and their methodologies and take them to create your own piece of original work. Alongside this, you will write a portfolio, which is 2,500 to 3,000 words. If any of you have done GCSE drama, the portfolio is very similar to your rehearsal log there. You are just justifying your ideas and evaluating your process as you create your final piece. Component 2 is our scripted piece, and you'll be very happy to know that there is no written work within our component 2. It is purely practical. You'll be asked to perform a monologue as well as a group piece from a script or piece of text that has been edited down to a 2 to 3 minute piece for the monologue, and depending on the size of your group, a 25-minute piece for your group piece. Now, your component 1 is worth 40% of the final grade, and your component 2 is worth 20% of your final grade. Coming on to component 3, which is the written exam, which is the rest of your final qualification, you will be asked to sit an exam that explores 2 plays that we will look at, a practitioner and a piece of live theatre, where we will together put together a production concept, a performance concept. You will be both director, actor, and designer when discussing these plays and ideas in theory. And the great thing about the exam is that as long as you have good structure and you can justify your answers effectively, there is no right or wrong answer. It's all about your opinion and justifying your opinion. So that's a really great part of the course. Next slide, please. So on the course in total, you get to perform twice across the 2 years, once in each year within the course itself, which includes your devised performance and your 2 scripted performances. Devised is usually in first year, and your scripted we look at in your second year. Alongside this, COVID permitting, we go on at least 2 trips, both in London and Brighton and other local theatres. And we try and look at a broad range of genres of theatre. So you really get a full scope of what theatre can offer. And some of the examples you can see on the screen now, companies such as 1927 and Knee High Theatre, all the way to big West End musicals, which is a really brilliant opportunity. Next slide, please. So A-level drama and theatre can support you in entering a range of industries, not just the performing arts industry. The confidence and communication skills developed from drama can be transferred into almost any career path you wish to take, both on and off stage. On screen, you can see just a small list of jobs and career paths that our alumni at here have gone off to study, to do, including a list of universities and drama schools that they have also found their way into, including places like Rose Bruford, LAMDA, and working with the National Youth Theatre. We've had students go off to all places to study, as you can see on the screen, law, journalism, as well as going into acting, set design, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much. So that's A-level drama and theatre, and I'm going to pass you on now to Dom, who is going to talk to you about A-level music.
Good evening, my name's Dom. I teach A-level music both here at Worthing and at Haywards Heath College. I just want to talk a bit about the course. There are 3 engaging components that are assessed through practical performances, compositions, as well as 1 externally examined paper. You will investigate, analyse and evaluate music and all its features. Building on this, you will be encouraged to develop a holistic view of music, knowledge, performance and composition skills. You will develop your critical and creative thinking and cultural emotional awareness. The content of the course allows you to develop your knowledge and skills in music, enabling you to progress to undergraduate music or music-related degree courses if this is your aim. So there are 3 components to the course. Component 1 is performing. This is worth 30% of the qualification. You will be recording the public performance, playing 1 or more pieces as a continuous recital with a minimum of 8 minutes of playing. This recital will take place towards the end of year 2, and by this time you should be performing to at least a grade 7 standard. It is essential, therefore, that you have an instrumental teacher and commit to regular practice, so throughout the course it is compulsory to perform in class concerts as well as college concerts. Component 2, composing, this is also worth 30% of the qualification. You choose from 6 Edexcel briefs and compose an original piece lasting at least 4 minutes in length. As well as this, you will complete 2 chorales in the style of J.S. Bach, 1 in the major key and 1 in the minor key. Component 3, which is the appraising paper, this is a 2-hour written paper. It's worth 40% of the qualification. This written paper tests your knowledge and understanding of musical elements, context and language. You will be required to apply your knowledge and understanding through the content of 6 areas of study, which are 1, vocal music, 2, instrumental music, 3, music for film, 4, popular music and jazz, 5, fusions, and lastly, 6, new directions. As well as applying knowledge to familiar music, you will learn the skills necessary to comment on unfamiliar works. The examination paper comprises of sections A and B. A is areas of study and dictation. There are 3 questions related to set works. Here, audio and skeleton scores are provided, and there is 1 melody and rhythm completion exercise. And section B is extended response. This section requires 2 written essays. The first essay draws on links from your study of set works to the music heard as an unfamiliar extract. The second essay is a choice of 3 questions that ask you to evaluate musical elements, context and language of 1 set work. It is vital that if you wish to take A-level music, you have a sound knowledge of music theory and can read music notation well, and to enable you to fully understand and evaluate and analyse the set works. Next slide, please. At college, we do class concerts on a very regular basis. You do college concerts. We do the annual carol service at the church, local church, which is always an excellent event and a brilliant opportunity to perform. As well as this, we do a trip to Glyndebourne Opera, where it's a fantastic opportunity to see real live musicians working in their field. And also there's a keynote seminar, A-level music seminar, which we try and go to in London once a year. And that's really good for, just sort of putting the course together, asking professionals questions, and just getting a general idea of the course fully. Next slide, please. So opportunities after A-level music. Students go to conservatoires, universities, where they engage in music, from anything from field composer to performer to conductors. There's lots of work out there as musicians, session musicians. Okay, thank you very much. I'm now going to pass you over to Kat, who's going to talk about dance.
Hello, my name's Kat and I teach A-level dance at Worthing, but A-level dance is also available at Hayward Heath. So A-level dance is split into 50% practical and 50% theory. For the practical elements of the course, an external examiner will come in at the end of your 2nd year and they will assess you on the following 3 components. So the first component will be a solo performance, which will be linked to a specific practitioner that you study as part of your theory work. And that allows you for a bit of freedom. So you might choose a practitioner who specialises in jazz, or you might choose a practitioner who specialises in contemporary dance. So there is some freedom there. The second component is a performance in a quartet. And the third bit is a group choreography. So the exam board sends out a list of 3 potential questions. you choose which one you would like to answer, and you create a group choreography around those questions. So that's your practical elements of the course. The theory elements of the course, the first kind of area of study is Rhomba Dance Company. So you look at the company from their beginnings in 1966 to 2001. And you look at a particular set work linked to that company, which is called a Rooster. The second area of study you'll look at for your theory work is a really exciting area of study because it's really current. You look at current British choreographers, okay, and it's called the Independent Contemporary Dance Scene. And the set work that you study that's linked to that area of study is a piece called Sutra. You don't necessarily have to have studied GCSE dance to take A-level. However, we do ask that you have some significant dance experience. Next slide, please. So as with all our courses, you have so many opportunities to perform. At Worthing and Haywards Heath, we both have our own theatre spaces. So for dance, we make sure we have at least 2 dance shows a year. So our first show is usually in the winter, it's usually in November. And students on our CAPA programme, our Creative and Performing Arts programme, as well as A-level dance students all perform in that show. So it's a really good opportunity to get to know everybody. And then the second show that we have will be around Easter time. And we invite external schools in to perform with us. And that show is more kind of a sharing of your exam work if you're in the second year of your A-level dance study, or it's mock exam work for the first year dance students. As well as all our performances that we do, you get to go on lots of exciting trips, usually to Brighton or London, or more locally in Worthing or Haywards Heath. We have in the past gone to see Rhomba Dance Company. We have seen Matthew Bourne's Red Shoes and also Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake. So we've seen some really exciting pieces, and we try to make sure that the pieces you see fit directly with what you're studying as well. Next slide, please. So of course, if you study A-level dance, you might go on to study dance or performing arts at degree level. Previous students have gone on to study at really prestigious training schools, such as Bird College, Laban, and the Brighton Academy. Equally, numerous students have gone on to study totally different subjects, such as going into teaching, or going to study English language or English literature. So it opens up various possibilities depending on what you might want to do. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next slide, we're just going to show you some of our fantastic performances that happen at both Worthing and Haywards Heath, and you'll see a mixture of performances here. It will be dance, drama, music, and the Creative and Performing Arts course. Please enjoy.
friends in one more slide. You try anything, and I ain't kidding. We're all blood and bone on the ceiling.
And next slide, please.
Okay, so a little bit about our facilities at both colleges. At Worthing College, we have a range of facilities for performing arts and music students, including a 100-seat theatre, a dedicated dance studio, performing arts classroom, and 4 music practice rooms and a music classroom, a learning zone for our PA students, and also instrument storage as well for bringing your own instruments as musicians. Yvonne will briefly tell you about what's on offer at the Haywards Heath campus.
Hi, at Haywards Heath, it's very similar actually. We also have a theatre, which is an incredible facility to have on site, as well as a very large mirrored dance studio, which can be used as a studio space as well. So we've got a lighting rig in there, so we often perform dance performances in the dance studio. As well as that, we've got another 3 studios in that area. They're all got sprung floors, they're smaller studios, but also dedicated to performing arts. And then we have our music department. And in the music department, we've got a live room and dedicated practice rooms, as well as a classroom space with computer suite for music composition and editing. So we're spread across 2 areas at Haywards Heath, but it's a big space.
Next slide, please.
Please.
So this slide here is just a little bit about a few quotes from our alumni over the years and their experiences in our performing arts department. Have a read. Feedback we often receive is about positive student experience, the quality of enrichment and performance opportunities, and the relationships they build within the department. Next slide, please.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you briefly about some enrichment opportunities. Now, whether you go to Haywards Heath or Worthing, there'll always be something for you to get involved with. There's always some show going on, so you'll be kept very busy. So 3 of our main enrichment opportunities, I'm just going to briefly speak to you about now. So the first one is Dance Live. If you get involved in Dance Live, we create a 8-minute original dance piece that we then take to a professional theatre to perform. This is a fantastic opportunity if you're a dancer to perform, but also if you are an actor, we equally need as many people as possible to get involved in the actual production. Similarly, if you're interested in helping us out with set design or costume design, then you should get involved with our Dance Live enrichment project. The second project we have is our National Theatre Connections enrichment programme. So for Connections, it's similar to Dance Live in that you put on a performance, but this time it's more drama based, and you take it to a professional theatre to perform it as well. You will also, midway through your rehearsal process, have a director come in to watch your rehearsals in progress and give you some feedback. So that in itself is an extremely great opportunity for you to get involved with, and an excellent thing to put on your CV. Our third opportunity is our New Views script writing programme. Again, this is run by National Theatre, and you create your own script. And again, kind of midway through the process, a script writer from the National Theatre will come in and give you feedback on your scripts. And then if you're lucky enough to get down to kind of the short list, you may have the potential to have your script performed by live actors in London at the National Theatre, which, as you can imagine, is an amazing opportunity. A few years ago, we were lucky enough to have a student who actually won that possibility, and we went up there and saw his performance being performed by live actors on stage. So all of these 3 opportunities are amazing opportunities, and you should all try and get involved with the enrichment if you study any of the performing arts courses and go to Worthing or Haywards Heath. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay, so this slide here just embodies the skills that we utilize within performing arts. Obviously, creativity is the biggest one in that bubble. That is the main skill that we strive, we focus on, and we flourish. But alongside this, it's really important that within not only these courses, but moving forward into the performing arts industry, you are able to have discipline, work hard within a team, think about dedication, communication, attention to detail. Will help you develop your evaluation skills, your performance skills, organization, creativity, your art skills, time management, and most of all, if you're coming to do performing arts at Worthing, at Haywards Heath, in the future, in the industry, passion is the key word that we always search for. We can't teach you passion. That's something you have to bring to us, and we can help you flourish that. Next slide, please. So just some FAQs that we commonly get asked within performing arts. So the first one I'm going to start off with is, what combination of PA courses can I study? And the answer to that is any. It's important to note that the CAPA course, by the end of your 2 years, it's the equivalent of 3 A-levels, and the music practitioners course by the end of 2 years is 1.5 A-levels, but you can take any mixture of performing arts courses alongside each other, as well as courses from the wider college. And I'm going to pass you on to Kim and Kat, who will be answering the rest of the questions here.
Okay, so one question we're often asked is, can non-performing arts students take part in enrichment? Absolutely, you can. We encourage students from across the college to take part in our National Theatre Connections, in National Theatre New Views, and Dance Live. You don't have to be a performing arts student.
Okay, and I'm just going to finish off with the last 2 questions. So the first one said, should I have studied performing arts subjects at GCSE to take these courses? No, you don't have to have studied GCSE or BTEC at school, but you do have to have some kind of prior experience. And like Ash alluded to earlier, the most important thing is your passion and dedication for the performing arts. Linked to that is another question that says, do I need to be good at dance, drama and singing to take the CAPA course? No, we don't expect you to be experts in all 3 strands, definitely not. We do expect you to have experience in at least one area, but don't worry if you don't have experience in singing, or if you don't have experience in dance. Like I said before, it's all about the enthusiasm and putting in the effort. Thank you very much. I'm just going to hand back to Colin now, and I think he's going to just chair any further questions that have come up, and he's going to finish off the presentation for us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, team. Hopefully that's been informative. Just whilst we consider some of the questions that are coming up, obviously a reminder that we've got the prospectus and we've got the website where you can find further information about all of these courses. So should you want to delve a bit deeper, obviously you've got access to those. So thank you for the questions. It's been some really ambitious questions tonight. I like the idea of people considering New York for a trip. We're always happy to look a bit further afield. I've got a question that's going to go to Kim. This is from Tom about how much music tech is included in the music practitioners course.
Well, not directly in terms of assessment. You're quite welcome to get involved in music technology as a means of assessment if you wish, but it's not a requirement. We encourage people to take part in in the production side for live music and for theatre anyway. So even if it's not a pathway for music, then you can get involved in lots of other ways.
Okay, lovely. We've also got a question from Willow, which is about how much written work you might find in dance A level and what would that be about? So this is for Kat or potentially Yvonne.
That's fine. I was just about to answer. Hi, Willow. It might seem like there's a lot of theory because it's 50% theory, 50% practical. However, having said that, a lot of the theory can be linked into your practical work. So we do try and teach a lot of the theory through practical lessons as well. And if you have done GCSE, it's a little bit less broad than GCSE. We kind of know the areas that will come up in an exam. So in that sense, it makes it easier for us and you. So please don't be put off by the theory. You will be fully supported and you will learn the theory pieces you have to write about. You'll learn them practically too.
Okay. Well, we've got no more questions and we're sort of bang on time. So unless anyone has got anything else, we'll finish there. As I said, feel free to look on the website, look at the prospectus which is being distributed now. If you've got any other questions, you can fire them to the college email address. But thank you ever so much for turning up. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you found it of relevance, and we look forward to seeing you at Haywards Heath and Worthing. Remember that the applications are already open. So get your applications in. The sooner you get them in, sooner you'll get to a course guidance meeting and get them in by Christmas, and you're guaranteed your first choice courses. So yeah, we'd love to see you and speak to you. Have a good evening. Take care. Thank you, team. Lovely.